in the world in so many ways. I've read some time back, that when asked the three most influential people in any individual's life, almost or invariably, at least one of them was a teacher.
Oh, yes.
What an incredible opportunity to have an impact and influence for good. What is a lesson or a message that just burns inside of you that you just believe can help other people?
Well, I think that what's come out of my own teaching, particularly, because remember, this whole thing started because you asked me, what do you charge, Maria? Remember that. I never would have gotten off track of repping, though I still kept the repping business, but it never would have occurred to me that there's a whole path to teach what I do as a rep to people that have to do it for themselves. So that's where this started. And if I had to, and it would be tough, but if I had to narrow the 30 years down to one lesson that would work for the student as well as the professional in business 15, 20, 30 years, it would be to pull back and, well, for the student, they're not pulling back, but it would be to learn what I call the foundation skills of personal productivity. I find that creative professionals, particularly, and I across the board, even architects, interior designers, they're not taught this. There's no point in their education where personal productivity even comes up, and I have found that it is a true foundation, that when you have a strong foundation of personal productivity, you can do anything. You literally can do anything because you have a foundation. And I'm a visual person, so I'm visualizing a foundation of a house. You can build a house. You can build a mansion. You can build anything. But without those skills, I think creative people find themselves more scattered, and more stressed and more distracted. So I think the one lesson of all of the things that I've learned and I teach, I think the one lesson would be take a step back and focus on the personal productivity process and what are you doing about that, and there's skills to learn, and sort of a shift in thinking, of course, because no one pays attention to that. It comes up in my classes and people go, what are you talking about? We're photographers. I said, no, not yet. Not yet.
Thank you. On what social platforms would you like people to be able to connect with you?
My Facebook page, Maria Piscopo Facebook page, has been really the main one. LinkedIn, absolutely. I use LinkedIn for research, but I am on Facebook. Does that make sense?
Very much.
In other words, I use Facebook for communication. I use LinkedIn for research because it's so great for that. Absolutely great for that. But Facebook, absolutely. I have reconnected with people, connected and reconnected both. And I definitely, of all of the platforms, prefer the Facebook to that. And it could be something as simple as I ask a question or I need someone for my next column to talk about branding. Branding yourself as a business, and I get 4 or 5 people jump in and say, hey, talk to this person. It's great. It's absolutely great for that.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. Thank you ever so much for your time and your inspiration.
Well, you're very welcome. And thank you for yours because, you You started this whole thing. Remember that.
I've been at fault for many things, but that if that's the case, then that's one of that I'm most proud of.
You can take credit for this one. Okay.
Most proud of.
Very good. Very good. Thank you, Charles. It's been great.
Thanks for listening to The Creator's Journey. If you enjoyed our theme music, the name of the song is You've Got a Home by Krista Wells. If you enjoyed the show and would like to see it farewell, as opposed to saying farewell to it, please go to iTunes and subscribe. While you're there, if you give us a favorable rating and review, it'll make a huge difference in whether a newcomer is able to easily find it or it just gets buried. And remember, you're welcome to join the community and conversation at thecreatorsjourney.com to make suggestions and get updates about upcoming guests and notes from each show. Till soon, my friend.